You know, in the Battle of Quebec rivalry of the 1980s, there was a lot of players that became instant folk heroes due to their strong play, mostly for the Nordiques. And we're going to talk about one of them today. Um, the 1985 playoff series between Montreal and Quebec was legendary. Quebec won in 7 games. You won 3 games in overtime. And one of the big stars was probably somebody that everybody in the States knew about before, but he was well known across Canada with his overtime winner in Game 1 at the Forum against Steve Penny. So today we're going to be talking about a very talented and a great coach after hockey as well, the legendary Mark Kumpel. Now, Mark Allen Kumpel was born in Wakeville, Massachusetts at 6'1", 190. He was a right winger that had a great university career with University of Massachusetts at Lowell. Now, over 4 seasons, he put up some really good numbers. His best campaign was his draft year when he had 36 points in 30 games, including 18 goals. Now, he eventually played with the U.S. national team in 1983 after his NCAA career was done with UML. He had 32 points that year in 30 games for Team USA, including 14 goals. Now, he was a draft pick in the Nordiques in 1980, 108 overall. Ended up with some seasoning with the Fredericton Express in 84. Became kind of a local favorite in New Brunswick. Very nice guy, nice looking guy. The women and the young kids really enjoyed his presence. 84, he did play in the Olympics that year and put up some really strong numbers in 61 games. 33 points, including 14 goals in those contests. Now, 85, his rookie season, he had an okay regular season, 15 points in 42 games. Played with the Express for 18 games with 15 points, but really opened out in the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, Quebec got as far as the Sydney final round that year, knocked off Montreal in 7. He had 7 points in 18 games, his best playoff year, actually, big rookie year for Mark. Now, 86, he had 10 goals in 47 games, with some games at Fredericton, 4 goals. Now, 87 was a transition year for Mark. He ended up splitting the season with Quebec and Detroit, which he was let go to. His offensive production really diminished that year, ladies and gentlemen. After scoring almost a 10-15 goal pace a season, he only had 1 goal in 40 games with Quebec that year. Now, with Detroit, he had 1 assist in 5 games, sent to Adirondack for seasoning. Next year with Detroit gave up on him after 13 games. Ended up in Winnipeg, where he had 4 goals and 4 assists for 8 points. Now, 88, he split time with Adirondack, and he was, 89, he split time in the minors, spent time in the minors with the Moncton Hawks. Now, that season at Moncton, that was a very strong Moncton team in 89. He had 22 goals in 53 games. Now, in 1990, he got a permanent place with Winnipeg. He had 17 points in 56 games, including 2 goals in the playoffs. Now, 91, again, full season with Winnipeg, 10 points in 53 games. Again, he was mostly doing defensive forward action, and a good player he was. 92, he ended up back with Moncton. For most of the season, he had 29 points in 41 games and 2 games in the playoffs, and wrapped up his AHL career with the Province of Bruins in 93 with 5 goals and 3 assists for 8 points. Now, after his retirement as a player he had 288 games played, 38 goals, 84 points, but not indicative of how good he was on the defensive side. After his retirement, he served as the head coach in the Nashville Knights and the Dayton Bombers of the ECHL, as was on the Portland Pirates staff from 98 to 2004. He also served as a scout for the NHL's Atlanta Thrashers. Now, he kept his maritime tradition going by this. Prior to becoming director of hockey operations for the newly formed Eastern Hockey League in 2012, Kumpel had a successful 5-year tenure as a head coach of the Walpole Express Junior A hockey team. Now, Kumpel led the Express to 3 consecutive Atlantic Junior Hockey League playoff championships. Of course, the AJHL joined the EHL in that merge, and 2 regular season titles in 2011 and 2012 to three-peat. In 2009, he left the EHL to take a position with the Kunlun Rod Stars development team, and of all places, China. So Mark has been everywhere. What a great mind for hockey. Now, just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, internationally, he played for U.S. at the World Championships B Division in '83, and that '84 Olympic team with Marc Marin. We talked about all the great players from that '84 squad. He had 6 games in the Olympics with a goal. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at this for a second. NCAA star, U.S. national team respected player, AHL favorite in Frankton and Moncton, played with the Quebec Nordiques, scored an overtime winner against Montreal, played with the Detroit Red Wings, very respected team, played with the Winnipeg Jets, played with the Providence Bruins, Adirondack, very popular teams, coached with some of the best minor, junior, and minor league teams in North America, and also coaching in China. What a career. What an overall career to look back on. And he's not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. There was some question a few years ago if he would be involved at head coaching at the NHL level, but I think Mark, he's still, he's still pretty young. He's only 59. And, we always say about hockey players from Massachusetts, they're like baseball players from Massachusetts. They never leave their sport. So again, by the way, the AHL numbers, I want to state this, it's quite interesting. He had 115 points in 176 games with 59 goals. So, I mean, major pro and AHL, over almost 500 games. And, not too bad playoff totals, 6 goals in 39 games. But my God, that famous goal in Game 1 in the 85 series where McPhee was stopped by Gosselin, and I think it was Goulet went the other way, and Kumpel just used that nice point shot he had to beat Penny. If you're a Nordique fan, or still a Nordique fan, and University of Massachusetts Lowell, he was front page news in some of the Massachusetts sports sections in that game. What a way in your rookie season. Montreal Forum, all the pressure on everybody else, not on him, and he's the guy that made a difference. It's players like Mark that would make the difference in playoffs games, like Dale Weiss in the playoffs a few years ago. We remember, certain players in the Montreal Canadiens, Chartrand, it's always that fourth line player or the seventh defenseman that makes a difference, because when everything cancels off, it's like chess. So that's a legend of Mark Kumpel. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what we're doing here, we're going to profiling some American NHL players in recent days. Let us know. Give us a like, comment, or subscribe, or request. And if you like what we're doing, tell your friends. And if you don't like it, don't tell nobody. Happy post-election, ladies and gentlemen. We can take a break and watch Dallas Cowboys lose again on TV. My Cowboys. When you're on the number 4 quarterback, you can't win anything. Anyway, but if you see Mark Kumpel in your travels, anybody listen to him, tell him Canada says hi, especially in New Brunswick. Have a good day. Bye.